welcome back to TSP After Hours with your boys TJ, Bait, Allen, Poe, back once again. Hey y'all, we sorry we missed you guys for the past 2 weeks. We've been busy. Life comes up, things change. We just had to do something different. But now we're back talking to you guys once again about what's that, T?
And the NBA Finals.
The NBA Finals. I mean, you don't sound too excited, man. I thought you would have more glee in your voice.
I would, but I've just been watching a lot of YouTube and all these sports analysts, and it's kind of they've been kind of what is it called, dampening my spirits with their takes.
Why's that? I try to watch First Take every now and then, but it kind of gets repetitive because they only talk about the same subjects for like a whole week. And how many ways can you give analysis? You know what I mean? So what have they said that you don't know already?
Well, yeah, I watched First Take too, and I watch, what is that one, first thing in the morning, or we
Oh,
probably should do.
you mean Get Up?
Yeah, Get Up with Nick Wright, Chris Broussard, you know, and so like, but those are not the shows I want. This is not the show I want to talk about. I was just talking about Skip and Shannon, Undisputed here.
Okay.
So when I was watching Undisputed, I noticed Shannon was talking about how the Celtics were, their defense is top notch, and Jason Tatum's going to get buckets and stuff like that. And I agree. I agree with both scenarios. Celtics defense is top notch, but nobody is saying about the other side. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we're talking about, the Warriors offense, stuff like that. But I just want to reiterate that the Warriors had the number 2 defense in the NBA as well. So we're no slouch on the defensive side. And just so you know, just before we go into this, people know, if you do know me, or if you do know us, or if you watched any of our podcasts, I am a huge Warriors fan since 1998. So
98 or 88?
88.
Okay.
I'm gonna be it may seem as if I'm biased to my Warriors winning and stuff like that, but I'm gonna be speaking true analytical facts. So
Okay. So back to your statement about how everyone's talking about the Celtics, not really about the Warriors. Do you think it's that new kid on the block syndrome, to where, we've already seen the Warriors story. We already know the great players they have. This is the first time that Jaylen Brown and I'm forgetting his name.
Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum, my fault. This is their first time ever being in the finals after, 6 or 7 years of struggling to even reach this point. So now they're the new kids on the block. They're the new thing. So do you think they're talking about them more because of that?
Possibly, that's a good point. And I can see that being the narrative being thrown out there. So, and it is exciting. It's their first NBA final. I guess he's been to 3 conference finals and never gotten over the hump. So, it is exciting for them. And I take that into note. I take that into consideration. But just when they're doing that, the takes and their analytical shit, like, what I'm saying, you just got to add both things into there. Who cares? I mean, not who cares, but all right, say who you think is going to win, but don't forget to add the other side of the, story to the equation, so people can, develop their own whatevers from this.
So exactly, what is the other side of the story?
The other side of the story is that the Golden State Warriors, number one, and I know some people are discrediting this, is experience. As you can see from the experiences, saying they posted it, is the Warriors as a team collective have 123 games of total finals experience, and the Celtics have 0. Okay, so that was just one thing I would like to point out there, because I also watched Jason Tatum's interview on, the finals preview or whatever it is.
Right.
And, he was just saying, like, as a kid, he grew up watching the NBA finals, and to finally be here is just like, surreal or whatever like that. So we're starting to see it, that the flashing lights are, what I'm saying, they're
So what you're saying is that he's not starstruck, but he's getting enveloped in the whole hurrah that is the NBA Finals.
is, I'm just saying, like, from the appearance, he's getting caught up in the moment. And,
Hmm.
the Warriors have done this, a few other times, and, they know what to expect. And I mean, not
Right,
know
right.
what to expect from the Celtics, but they know what to expect from the media,
Hmm.
all the interviewing, all the people around, just the finals weekend, whatever, finals week.
Most definitely.
So,
It's kind of refreshing, like those years, like 3 or 4 years in a row, it was the Warriors against Cleveland, right?
right.
So you got to see both sides because they've always been there for the past 3 or 4 seasons. So you get the same mundane questions and the same mundane answers. So it's kind of good to see a fresh face or fresh faces give honest answers because, like you said, it's their first time being there. You know.
True. True. It is their first time being there, and that's cool. I respect that. But just to get to the depth of our conversation here, I'm picking the Warriors in six. And the reason being is because I don't think we'll win every game at home.
Mhm.
I think we'll win. I think the Celtics will take one at Chase, but I think the Warriors will take two in Boston.
What is the format? Is it still 2-2-1-1-1 or is it 3-2?
It's 2-2-1-1-1.
Mm, okay. I
So
was
I'm
I was confused about this. So we were talking earlier in the week about seeding, right?
mhm,
So the Warriors were third in the Western Conference,
yes,
and the Celtics were second, correct?
in the Eastern, yes,
So why is it that the Warriors have home court advantage rather
better
than the
record.
Celtics? So it comes to record, not seeding.
And yeah, it's record. It's all record. It's all
Interesting.
about winning.
Interesting.
So even if the Heat had won, the Warriors would still have been, the home team.
Right, because they said that during the playoff game that whoever wins out of Boston and Miami, they would still go to Golden State. And I'm like,
Yeah,
wait, if Miami wins, they're the number one seed. Like in football, it doesn't matter your record as long as your seed is the
yeah.
highest. So
That's why.
should they change that?
No, it's all
What
about winning, baby.
it
It's all
doesn't, but
about winning.
it doesn't matter. I mean, if you're a higher seed, shouldn't that matter? That's like okay, for instance, that's like when we played um, in high school against Mountain View, right?
Mhm.
We were a higher seed, but yet we went to Mountain View.
Right. The high school that was messed up. But in this situation right here, I never thought of that. But in this situation right here, it's because what was I gonna say? All right. Think of it like this. If the Warriors and the Heat had the same record and the Warriors were the 3 seed in the Western Conference and the Heat was the 1 seed, then the Heat would get the nod because of that.
Right.
So, but because the Warriors had a better record, so anybody with if it would have been Dallas and one of the two teams, Heat would have went to. I mean, Dallas would have had to go to Heat, but Celtics would have had to go to Dallas.
Gotcha. So then, does seeding really even matter?
Just for the conferences, yes, but not for the finals. No,
Excuse me.
but
Thank you. All right. So you made your take. So everyone knows that I'm a Lakers fan first and foremost. Um, but I do think the Warriors will win in six. Only reason why I don't want Boston to win, that means they would have number 18, which would mean they'll be one above the Lakers. But I do love Jason Tatum. I do love him as a player. He's great. He's a young kid. He's gonna be he's gonna be a superstar. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
If he's not already, he's gonna be one of the faces of, of this league. So I do want them to show up and show out, but my heart, my mind tells me that the Warriors are gonna end up winning this game.
Hmm.
Or I'm sorry, the series.
Scary. Yeah.
The
I
only
mean,
okay, the only way that the Warriors will lose this game is if Al Horford dominates the paint. I think that's going to be their Achilles heel.
no, our Achilles heel is always what it forever has been for every freaking Warriors fan that watches is fucking turnovers, man. If we can keep our turnovers down, then we have a shot at beating any team.
But that,
Fucking turnovers kill us.
but that's any team though. That's any team's goal. Is like, all right, if you eliminate turnovers, you're going to win the game.
Nah, but we for some odd reason, like the Warriors don't think like that.
Do you think it's because of their fast paced style, their running gun style?
Well, I think it's also because they have a lot of cutting and stuff like that. But I mean, just some of the passes are just complete stupid passes. They're not. It's just not taking care of the ball. It's like throwing a behind the back pass or over the head, with your eyes closed, no look pass when you could have just made a perfect bounce pass and got the assist. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They're trying to be too flashy at times when all they need to do is be fundamental.
It makes sense. So
So
who do you think's going to have their? Since we both agree that the Warriors will win in six, who do you think's going to have um, the greatest showing? Like for me, I think that Tatum is like he's going to prove that he's he
belongs.
right with the elite now. Although they'll lose, he's going to show a good effort and like man, he's going to be bad. You know what I mean?
All right. Let me paint this narrative for everybody out there. A lot of people are pumping Jason Tatum up, which is rightfully so.
Hmm.
He's a very good player. I wouldn't take that away from him, but he tends to disappear at times. What if in this case he does disappear for the whole NBA finals? Then what?
Which can happen.
Which can happen, especially in the first finals. But I mean, then what?
I think someone. Well, I would say if that were to happen, I don't think Jalen Brown is that type of player to where he can take over a series, yet alone a game. But I think the key cog could be Marcus Smart because he's feisty. He's gonna get in there. You know what I mean? So he might be able just to draw fouls. You know what I mean? To change the momentum a little bit. You know, be disruptive at times to where he might be able
Man,
to actually change the whole outcome of the series.
all right. Well, let me tell you something, man.
He's like all right. I play like this. He's like Pat Beverly, but not as annoying.
All right, bet. But let me tell you something, because I'm gonna cancel Marcus Smart out right now. GP2,
Is he playing?
GP, yes, GP2 will be back for this finals, and GP2 is just the equivalent to Marcus Smart. And guess who will be guarding Marcus Smart?
I don't. I mean, I've seen GP2's high flying act. I haven't really seen him be physical, so I don't
Uh,
know. So
Wait, have you seen him play? Have
li-
you seen him play defense?
listen to what I'm saying.
Okay,
I haven't seen him be consecutively as physical as Marcus Smart.
okay.
Now,
Let's
now,
wait,
now,
wait, 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 wait,
you're
wait, wait, wait,
listen.
wait. Let's
You're
stay
Warrior.
here. Let's stay here.
You
Let's
watch
stay
more.
here.
You watch more Warriors games than I do.
Right. But let's stay
So
here.
I only see them on the national stage. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
All right. But let's stay here with this Marcus Smart physicality shit. I want to
So
let's clear the
so
air on
you're
this.
telling me he's not physical? He takes
Let's
charges.
clear this. Let's clear the air on this shit and let me talk. Because all right, yes, he does take charges. I agree with that. But of that is not show your physicality. That is show you're able to take a charge. Physicality to me is, and I'm gonna say this right now, when I think of a physical player, the first person that comes to mind is nobody of this player, this day and age. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like Charles Oakley or, somebody of like the olden times. So physical player, Marcus Smart takes charges. Marcus Smart flops so damn much. Like, how could you even call him physical after seeing all the damn flops, the complaining, the like, I mean,
That's like
that's not physicality to me, man. That's high IQ basketball.
every
But
player flops.
that's of course that, yeah. But
So
like, wait. He has been, yeah. Every player flops, okay. But when you get roasted on national TV for your flops and shit like that, okay, that's a different story. It's a different animal, okay. So, and he lied, and you know what I'm saying? He acknowledged the flops. You know what I'm saying? He flops more than the normal thing because it's high IQ basketball. That's how you can possibly get a call. You know what I'm saying? Say if you flop, or say if somebody goes to the basket, you know what I'm saying? He flops. They get they use their what is it? Their what is it called? When they replay it and then they overturn it or whatever the hell.
right when these are challenged.
Their challenge, there you go. Oh my God, I'm drawing blanks right there. But then when they use their challenge and say it gets overturned, now he does the same thing again. Guess what? No challenges. So the play is as it is. That's high IQ basketball. That's not physicality.
So would you call Draymond a physical player or just high IQ?
I call Draymond high IQ.
Okay. Okay. So then they're pretty much the same player then.
Right.
Okay. I swore you were about to call Draymond hella physical because I'm about to get mad.
No. There's no reason. I can't do that because like I said, I can't. If I think of physicality, I'm not thinking of any players in this modern era. You know what I'm saying? That
Right.
It automatically goes back to, you know what I'm saying, like Charles Oakley. I remember when what's his name, clothesline, Kurt Rambis, what's his name, Bill Lanier.
Bill
Yeah,
Laimbeer,
you know what I'm
that
saying?
shit
So that's that. When I think of physicality, you know what I'm saying, I'm thinking like, you know what I'm saying, them coming to throwing blows and shit damn near on the court and shit. So that's physical to me.
But see, nowadays instead of using their body to be physical, they're physical mentally. Mental fortitude, my nigga.
They got mental balls, huh?
I guess.
Well, that's cool, but I mean, I'm not gonna tell everybody to stop the narrative, but I mean, come on now, man. Just think about it a little bit, man. Marcus Smart is not the most physical player, and yes, the man has a high IQ in basketball, and that makes him a great defensive player. That's it.
Okay, so the way they stop the kick out during shots, do you think they should change the league rules about flopping? So you
I
know
mean,
how
they should have been changed the rules about flopping, man. Because I gotta say this for we're running out of time here because you know what I'm saying. But I was watching an actual game, right? And James Harden was going to the hole or was guarding. I forgot who it was, man. I forgot who it was. And he swung his elbow out. And James Harden was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? He like,
right, hit him in his beard.
yeah, it was. And you know what I'm saying? He was like, you'd have thought the nigga did a WWF chop to his neck, you know what I'm saying, and hit him like that. But nah, he did a thing to the beard. They showed the replay, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It grazed, his elbow grazed his beard. Because, you know what I'm saying? And Reggie Miller was like, oh, man.
Hey, just like they say though, like you know what I'm saying, like a swat is part of the hand though, so his beard is part of his body. So
yeah,
touch
the
my
beard
beard,
part of his skin.
Yeah, you choke me out, okay?
So I just wanted to say that. But yeah, flopping should be moved. And we will see this. We will see it from both teams. I'm not gonna lie, it's from both teams. But
Definitely.
but just keep your eyes gonna be for Marcus Smart a lot more than anybody else. Watch.
Lynn off the bounce, hangs in the air, offensive foul.
Let's see this one. Going to the rim. Well, they better get some defense.
Watch Marcus Smart. He can't. Okay, it was some contact there, right?
Yeah.
Or was there? You tell me. I mean, there's a little bit there. He does like to flop.
All right, man. So hopefully you guys enjoyed our little conversation about the NBA Finals between the Warriors and the Celtics. If you like it, you like it. If you love it, you love it. Peace.
Deuces, man. Warriors in 6. Remember I said that.
Yeah, Warriors in 6, man.
Hey, wait. Last thing. For all you analysts, and I'm speaking to like Kendrick Perkins. Kendrick Perkins. Kendrick Perkins. No, Perkins. JJ Redick. Nick Wright. All y'all motherfuckers, man. You don't know basketball, and if the Warriors win, y'all should be fired.
Well, I mean, you really can't get on Kendrick, man. He won his championship with the Celtics, so of course he's rooting for the green.
True, but Kendrick, he always be wrong now, man. I don't know why they keep asking this man. You know what I'm saying? It's just because he may be charismatic or shit like that. Cool. But don't ask this man about who's going to win no more about
Okay.
basketball.
Now, this is my theory, and we'll get out of here from here. I just want you guys to think about this out there. So, it's said that Charles Barkley will be leaving, after this season or next season?
I think it was next season.
So I think he's trying to take his spot. All right, y'all check this shit out, and we'll holler at y'all later. Peace.
Deuces.